Peter Powers and His Not So Superpowers by Kent Clark and Brandon T. Snyder. Chapter 1. My Super Family. My name is Peter Powers, and I have superpowers. I know what you're thinking. How cool. Or maybe, I want superpowers, but trust me, you really don't, especially if you have a super lame power like mine. I guess you want to know what my superpower is, don't you? Well, my superpower is, this is really embarrassing. I can make ice cubes with my fingertips. See, you're laughing. No one respects my power, or me. Everybody laughs. But you know how laugh at me the most? My family. Okay, not my mom and dad. They're actually pretty nice and supportive, but I know what they're really thinking. They probably have to be nice to me because of some secret parent code. Like me, my parents have superpowers. Unlike me, they're actual superheroes. They have capes and masks and everything. They protect Boulder City, which is where we live. If you haven't heard of my mom, well, she can fly. She's faster than a jet. I've even heard rumors that she can fly around the whole world in less than an hour. I should ask her if that's true. So awesome. Then there's my dad. He can control fire with his mind. How cool is that? Or I guess that would be the opposite of cool, but in a total rad way. His fire powers make it so he can fly and shoot blasts of flames. I wish that was my power. So I guess the only people who actually make fun of me are my brother and sister, but they do it a lot. My older brother, Gavin, is the worst. He's 15 years old and always playing pranks on me. Gavin has a superpower too. He can make copies of himself. So instead of having just one bully of an older brother, sometimes I have 5. Yesterday he went to my room and multiplied, and the 5 Gavins stapled all my underwear to the ceiling. When there's 5 of him, it's easy for them to climb on one another's shoulders to do stuff. Then there's my younger sister, Felicia. She is super strong. One time our car got a flat tire and she picked up the whole van so Dad could fix it. She didn't even break a sweat. I bet if she used both hands she could pick up our house. On top of being strong, she's also really smart. She makes straight A's. You'd think she'd be nice since she has everything, but she makes fun of me too. Like if there's one last cookie, she'll be like, "You wanna arm wrestle for it?" Yeah, right. Oh, and did I mention that she's only 9? So yeah, I get bullied by a 9-year-old sister. Not cool. Even my baby brother Ben has a superpower, more awesome than mine. And he's only 2 years old. He can turn invisible. He doesn't make fun of me, but that's probably because he can barely speak. Once he starts talking, he'll probably be just as bad. At least I have my grandpa Dale. He's a retired superhero. He doesn't get around much on account of being in a wheelchair, but he and I watch a lot of movies together. He's pretty much my best friend in our house. You probably think having a whole family of superpowers is neat or cool or super amazing, but it's not. Not when I have the crummiest power in the house. Not when my brother and sister pick on me constantly, and definitely not when I tried to fight a supervillain to get some respect. That's that. You haven't heard that story. I better start at the beginning. It all began over breakfast. Chapter 2. Bad Breakfast. "Hey, Squirt," Gavin said, messing up my hair. My parents always make us eat breakfast together since they aren't always home for dinner. You know, because they work nights as superheroes. Don't call me Squirt, I growled. I was having a bad morning, probably because Gavin had hidden all my clean underwear again. He loved pranks. Boys play nice, Dad said. Dad tossed several pieces of bread into the air and toasted them with fire from his hand. He sat the toast down on the table. What else could I cook for breakfast? Anyone want waffles? Honey, please don't make a mess, Mom said, floating into the kitchen. Last time you made waffles, you spent all day cleaning batter off the ceiling. My mom used to be a pilot for an Air Force, but she could fly faster than any of their jets on her own. Why couldn't that have been my power? I was reaching for a piece of toast when I was lifted into the air. With one hand, Felicia held my chair, with me in it, over her head, while she took a piece of toast out of my way. Squirt, Felicia said. Don't call me Squirt, I growled. Put your brother down, young lady, said Mom. Fine, Felicia said. When Mom wasn't looking, Felicia stuck her tongue out at me. I put a piece of toast on my plate and reached for the butter and jelly. That's when Gavin copied himself. Gavin number 1 took the butter, and Gavin number 2 took the jelly. Both of them smiled and said, Thanks, Squirt. Squit, my baby brother Ben tried to say. He swung his spoon, sending applesauce flying into my face. Squit! Don't call me Squirt, I shouted at everyone. Peter Patrick Powers, Dad said. There was no shouting at the breakfast table. But, I started. No buts, young man, my mom added, apologizing to everyone this instant. Sorry, I mumbled. I crossed my arms and tried to swallow my anger. Felicia and Gavin gave each other a low 5 under the table. My grandpa, Dales, wheeled into the kitchen. He scowled at my brother and sister. You two are up to no good as usual, I see. Mischief is a road to evil. Keep acting the way you do, and you'll end up being a bad guy. Come on, Dale, my father said to his father-in-law. They will, Grandpa said. I silently agree. My brother and sister shrugged and left the room, but not before Gavin number 2 grabbed the toast off my plate and ran after the others. You know, Grandpa said to me, if you want your brother and sister to be nicer to you, you need to earn their respect. How do I do that? I asked. That's easy, he smiled. Defeat a supervillain.